Marvel has been stepping into the multiverse for quite some time, and now scientists have come up with theories of something similar. While superheroes are still pretty much fictional, one crazy feature from the Marvel Cinematic Universe may be much closer to reality. Scientists have proposed a mirror dimension like the one in the Doctor Strange film exists, in order to answer a question about a cosmic issue that's been plaguing them for a while now. Here's everything we know about the theory so far. First up, the mirror dimension as shown in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. In the Doctor Strange films, the Ancient One described the mirror dimension as an ever-present but undetectable world. It doesn't affect the real world. It was described as a dimension used to train, survey, and sometimes to contain threats. The main function of the dimension is to contain magic without altering or adversely affecting the real world, so users can train more advanced and dangerous spells, keep an eye on threats without being noticed, and use it as a prison for those without a sling ring. The last usage is highly important because a sling ring is the only way to escape the parallel world. However, it can be entered without the ring, which is why the Ancient One and Doctor Strange were able to transport themselves and others into the dimension, but they needed a sling ring to leave afterwards. The mirror dimension can also be used by powerful wizards in battle if they have the right amount of skill and knowledge. They can manifest a gateway to absorb attacks and then send the same manifestation towards their opponent to trap them in the dimension. But these interdimensional gateways can be destroyed by immense powers like Thanos did with the Power Stone. Though, if two dimensions collide, they can cause the entire dimension to destabilize. During the Battle of the Mirror Dimension, Spider-Man noted that its structure is akin to the Archimedean spiral, which allows someone with sufficient knowledge of mathematics to order objects in the mirror dimension to create traps, in the same way Peter did when he created a web matrix to trap Doctor Strange. Next, we have the Hubble constant problem. Now you must be thinking, how does a piece of lore from the MCU tie into reality? The answer to that is quite simple. There's something wrong with the universe, or rather, our understanding of it. The Hubble constant is a formula used to estimate the rate at which the universe is currently expanding. While there are two different ways to calculate this value, they give different results. The discrepancy has given physicists an opening to find new cosmic laws, but there are many different routes to take to find them. The problem is central to cosmology, the branch of science related to cosmic evolution. Studies show that the problem is only getting worse, and that may or may not be a good thing. The current data about cosmic evolution has gotten pretty great. We can find relevant parameters like the universe's density and age, all the way down to decimal points. So cool. However, finding out about these things requires a constant, known as the Hubble constant, and recently, a conflict between the different ways of measuring the Hubble constant is making rounds in cosmology, and many theories are popping up in response to the big question. Pretty exciting stuff going on in science, guys. This is where a new theory comes in. Where? When? Who? On May 18th in the journal Physical Review Letters, a paper was published by researchers at the University of New Mexico who presented the crazy theory. And what do they believe? These researchers believe that the Hubble constant problem is the result of a mirror dimension that is interacting with our universe through gravity. They think that the world cannot be seen, but its particles are interacting with our universe. If this idea proves to be correct, it would explain why the universe is expanding faster than predicted, and our present understanding of the cosmos would support the theory. Such theories pertaining to a mirror world have existed since the 90s, but this is the first time they're being used as a solution to a large cosmic discrepancy. This might seem crazy at face value, but such mirror worlds have a large physics literature. Our work allows us to link, for the first time, this large literature to an important problem in cosmology. Study co-author Francis Yancey-Racine said in the statement. So, what will happen next? The theory does not seem to have a bright future. It will likely end up being considered controversial among scientists due to a lack of evidence to support these outlandish claims. Previously, researchers have attributed the Hubble constant problem to be a result of inaccurate or crude measurements of the cosmos. If this is actually the issue, then it will most likely be solved by taking more accurate measurements in the future, when technology advances a bit more. So the problem can be explained away, in a much more plausible way, we might add. While scientists battle it out with equations and sciencey stuff, of course, let's take a look at some related news. Starting with, Letitia Wright calls Black Panther 2 worthy of Chadwick Boseman. Black Panther: Wakanda Forever is the sequel to Black Panther that the first film's cast and crew have been working on. Following the tragic demise of the first film's star, Chadwick Boseman, the film has been an emotionally charged project for his co-stars. The late actor's on-screen sister, Letitia Wright, who plays Shuri, recently shared some updates on the film film while at a Cannes Film Festival dinner, sponsored by Kering's Women in Motion program. She shared that the entire cast honored the late superhero by committing themselves to the film and fulfilling the legacy he left behind. No matter the circumstances that befell them, they powered through, and quite a lot of circumstances befell them, as the actress said. Boseman unexpectedly passed away at the young age of 43 after a tense battle with colon cancer. The actor had played the role of Black Panther, the monarch of an African country called Wakanda, while also hustling as a superhero on the side. The British starlet further shared that the film is jam-packed with exciting stuff, and though they faced a lot of difficulties, the cast came together as one and poured their all into the film. We can't wait to see the talented cast and crew take forward the legacy the actor left behind. And now, Ms. Marvel points out Mysterio plot hole. Iman Vellani is the newest addition to the MCU, with the young actress starring in Ms. Marvel, which debuted on Disney Plus just recently. In the series, Vellani's character Kamala Khan is a Marvel superfan who inherits a magic bracelet that gives her superpowers. Her stumble into superherohood is what one would expect from a superfans to be, and that's what makes the show and Kamala so relatable. The series is also receiving a lot of attention for featuring the first Pakistani-American hero to be featured in the series, and is being lauded for being a win for positive Muslim and South Asian representation in Hollywood. True to her character, Iman is as big a fan of the MCU as her on-screen avatar. In a recent interview, she argued that the Earth in the MCU is not 616 as director Kevin Feige would have us believe. She believes it would be Earth 199999 as is canon in the comics. She included Mysterio in the argument when she shared that in the canon, Kamala would be inhuman, Lockjaw exists, House of M happened in the X-Men, and Mysterio wouldn't know about 616, since he's just an actor playing a part. All we can say is, young Miss Vellani knows her lore. Finally, Spider-Man heads back to theaters. Peter 1, Peter 2, and Peter 3 broke all records in 2021 when they got together for Spider-Man No Way Home. The three Spideys are swinging back into theaters this summer with an extended cut. The extended cut will be known as the More Fun Stuff version, and comes as a celebration of 60 years of the comics centering the boy next door with arachnid powers. The occasion also marked 20 years of the films. The film followed a tear in the multiverse that brought Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man and Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man into the same universe as Tom Holland's Spider-Man. The trio got together to battle villains both old and new, with the Green Goblin leading the charge. The film was filled with moments that excited fans both old and new, with the interactions between all three Spideys and Garfield's Spidey 3 saving Zendaya's MJ being highlights of the film. Due to these internet-breaking films and more, the movie ended up being the highest-grossing film at the Universal box office at 2021, and it's back for round 2. The film will be re-released over Labor Day weekend in US and Canada and will feature extra scenes featuring the Spider-Man. August 19th, Tuesday, will mark the day that tickets go on sale, and screenings will begin on Friday, 2nd of September. We're so glad Spidey's swinging back into the neighborhood. That's a wrap for this video. Do you believe a mirror dimension exists? Do you think the MCU foreshadowed its existence? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.